KMSP investigative reporter Tom Lydon broke this story. Again, he's breaking the story. He joins us with the very latest. Tom, what is this story?
Well, Greta, this may be the guy who can connect the dots for us, and he has a really fascinating backstory. 31-year-old Amir Mashal began hanging out at the Al Farouk Youth and Family Center earlier this year, one of the largest mosques here in the Twin Cities. But in June, the mosque kicked him out, called police, and got a no trespass order. Police report says the mosque was concerned about Mashal interacting with their youth. The director of Al Farouk tells me a volunteer heard Mashal proselytizing a radical Islamist ideology, very jihadist in nature. Now, some of the 15 people who have traveled from Minnesota to Syria to fight for ISIS had attended Al Farouk, including a 15-year-old girl who left 2 weeks ago. Now, here's where it gets really interesting, Greta. Back in 2007, Amir Mashal was arrested in Kenya after leaving a Somalia training camp. The FBI suspected him of being part of al-Qaeda. It was al-Qaeda at the time, not al-Shabaab. And they interrogated him for 3 months. He was shuffled between jails in Kenya, Ethiopia, and Somalia. But eventually, he was released back into the U.S. without any criminal charges. The ACLU filed a lawsuit on his behalf, which was dismissed a couple of months ago. And as part of that lawsuit, the ACLU claims the FBI even tried to turn Mashal into a government informant by promising to take him off a no-fly list. His family lives in Egypt. Now, people have heard about that here in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, and I'll tell you, there are lots of rumors, especially in the Somali community, that he may be some kind of double agent. So was he working for the FBI? Was he working for ISIS? None of the above? We don't know, and the FBI had no comment on our story tonight.
All right, where is he?
That's a darn good question. We don't know. I asked the FBI. I don't know if they even know at this point. They wouldn't tell me, at least.
And at least tip our hat to that mosque for throwing him out, I guess, because they didn't like him.
You know, I got to say, you know, and I don't know if too much should be made of the fact that the kids have gone, some of the people have gone through this mosque, because hundreds go through this mosque, and it's not like there's a membership or anything like that. So I'm not sure if we should make too much of the fact that some of the travelers went there. But here's the important part. I think you hit on it, Greta. This mosque did everything they were supposed to do. They had some guy espousing a radical jihadist philosophy. What did they do? They picked up the phone. They called the police, and we know that local police department forwarded that information onto the Joint Terrorism Task Force. What happened from there, we don't know.
Tom, another great story you broke. Thank you.